Hello, 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 everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. How is everyone this rainy Tuesday morning? I am so happy to see everybody. Y'all, it has been a busy, 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 busy day. And it's just starting. Oh my goodness. I know you see something new on the hook. We will get to that in a moment. Every now and then you're going to hear my voice kind of shake. I got a little bit of anxiety going on today, but it's nothing to worry about. It's just one of those moments. I had a therapy session this morning and my therapist noticed it. She was like, "Baby, what's going on? You can't be still." Yeah, it's started already, but it is what it is. We are where we are. We are who we are. And it's about to be all of that with some chocolate chip feastable cookie crumbs. I'll tell you about that in a little bit too. Okay, first of all, before we even get started, I did happen to check out my numbers today and 422. 422 subscribers. Y'all, it stayed at 419 for the longest. It did. It stayed at 420 for a little bit. We are up to 422. I have 78 to go to reach my first mile marker, and I'll be so happy to be there. My only setback now is viewing hours. I need 3,000. I got 1.4K. So I need more. With that, I'm asking you all to please, please, please share my videos. Y'all did this. Well, it was. I missed it. It was 12:02. That's my birthday. Okay, so we have our sips and whips. The whips are pretty much the same. I can show you that I did start going up on the sides with this bag, and it's going to be a large market bag. So I did start my side panels all the way around. I got 3 rounds done. I'm going to take it up 10 before I start. I know what I'm trying to say. My mind is just having a little trouble getting there. Before I start with the open portion. So I'm going to make the bottom part a little deeper, the closed in part a little deeper. Um, and this beauty. This beauty right here is my scrap granny. It is. Because of the fact that it's working up so quickly, I'm doing a granny square. I know Michelle is someone saying, no, get out. But yes, I am. There we are. I am using my worsted weight scrap balls. And I have a tote down here in front of me that I'm pulling from as well. And yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm going to get all of this used up and out. There we go. It's like little balls like this. So my sip solution has not changed. Y'all know what I'm looking for, right? And the sad thing is, they lay right there on that table until I need them. Yes, y'all, I am looking for my scissors. And I promise you, they laid right there on that table until I needed them. I don't know what I did. I haven't used them today. That's there they are. Got them. That's the frustrating part. I had not used them today. So my sips are pretty much the usual. I do have significantly less coffee because I'm already kind of sort of jittery. And it's not like all the time. They're like coming in like little waves. I think part of the reason for that is because I did have a doctor's appointment this morning and it was raining when I went. So I had to travel that distance in the rain. There's only one transportation service around here that I really trust. Um, and the name of the little company is called I Care. But Miss Juanita, her husband, Mr. Craig, and I have encountered three other drivers, but they're all pretty good and they're all very consistent. The vans are very well upkept, and if they say they're going to come pick you up, they come pick you up. I have so far accrued about $250. Um, I have accrued about $250 in senseless fees because the transportation service through my insurance failed to come pick me up for a couple of appointments. And these were pretty far out. I had no other way to get there. And of course, if you don't cancel, some of them within 48 hours, most of them within 24 hours, and they say if it's urgent, which generally means if you're being hospitalized, if you have to go to court, something that you really cannot control, then they don't charge you. But transportation is, unless you get in an accident, is not on their list, which I think is extremely unfair because, when you're dealing with someone who has limited mobility and they are relying on a transportation service and that service doesn't come through, the other thing is catch an Uber. But they're not putting money in my pocket to catch an Uber. So they don't know that expense. And of course, not knowing that expense and it really not affecting them, uh, they tack on the no call, no show. And it's really not a no call, it's more just a no show fee. They don't care that these people didn't come pick you up. You're not here. And that's an appointment they could have given someone else. So, and my philosophy is generally after the third patient, you're running behind. So sometimes see it for what it is, and stop penalizing people so much and get these people catch up. Sounds logical to me. But then again, it's my pocket who's being hit. But yeah, that's how it happens. So welcome in, welcome in. Like I said, our number is up to 422. We have 1.4K as far as viewing hours. Need 3,000, y'all. So that's what we're looking at. Um, and the whip that I'm working on is another donation blanket. I happened past 4 members of the homeless community on my way to the doctor today. And I have one blanket that I keep on the seat. Hey, Sam. Covered in cats trying to crochet. You know what, Sam? I remember those days. I used to own cats. And I'll say I used to own fur babies because there were cats and dogs and rabbits. Imagine how that household went. But I remember the loving pets, and they pick their own times if they want to give you love. They do. But this piece of the homeless community, the piece that I usually have on my seat, I no longer have it. I did give it to one of the members of the homeless community today, and made my heart feel good. So I'll find another one to put on my seat. If I run into someone else, I will give that one as well. What I'm sipping on, aside from water, I have my espresso, my Great Value espresso, only 10 ounces today with a pinch of salt and a drip of vanilla flavoring. I have almost matched the ounces with International Delight Caramel Macchiato. I got 8 ounces of creamer. But I did that because I made iced coffee. And of course, once the ice hits it, it melts a lot. So I don't know how the sugar is going to affect the fact that I'm already anxietal. I don't even know if that's a word. Another good thing. So last night I pulled out and worked on a little. My Chromebook was introduced to some features that can possibly give me a little better quality. So hopefully we have that to look forward to in the near future. Like I said, it was last night, so we really haven't had time to do too much. Um, where are we? Okay, so my whips list is still pretty much the same. And my Dallas Cowboy blanket, haven't worked on it since Saturday. The variegated hat, have not worked on it since Saturday. The Just For Me cardigan, I have sewn even the side panels. So everything is sewn together now. Everything is sewn together. I started on the purple sleeve. The sleeve on this side is going to be pink, and it's going to be trimmed in black. So the Just For Me cardigan is coming along wonderfully. Um, I see you, Joan. I do. Still working on the extra large purple scarf. I decided to name the green corner to corner the greenhouse windows. I like the window effect of that one. I did not show you before, but I told you about it, and it's close enough that I can touch it now. This is my knit whip, and I was going to end in the red, but I don't know how to cast off. So I added this slate blue back to it, and every now and then I just add a couple of more rows to it until I learn how to cast off. And then this will be, look at how long it is. Yeah, see, it's plenty long. I don't know how to cast off. And it has a lot of errors. My daughter calls it character. It will be my first real completed piece. And my daughter has already claimed it. She says it's going to be hers. And I said, well, baby, let me finish it and then go back and redo it so that it, even if it does have flaws, it won't be as many. She said, Mom, this will be your first completed knit project. I want it, flaws and all. So it's going to be hers, flaws and all. So there you have it. That big bundle of joy. Um, okay, that did not happen. Okay, y'all, what did y'all do with my hook? What my feelings are hurt. Y'all, that's what my grandson does to me. That's what my grandson does when he gets mad. No, he didn't get it from me, Joan. No, he did not. I do it because of him. He does not do it because of me. Okay, so I guess we won't be crocheting on that. I'll just tell you about it when I get to it. All right. As we move along. So, the Halloween market bag, I just showed you that one. I've added the 3 rounds to it. I know you laughing at me. It's okay. Um, the Candy Rain blanket. This is the one I call the Candy Rain blanket. It's really going to be just a throw. My daughter loved these colors when she saw them together, and we probably got about 20 more rows to add to it, 21, just so we'll end on the black. There's not going to be a border. She just wants something she can throw across her legs as she sits and watches television. So we might wrap this up to be a Christmas gift. I don't know. We'll see. She doesn't understand me by now. Because every chance she gets, she's asking about it. And I keep telling her the more you ask me about it, the longer it's going to be before you get it. So she hasn't learned to stop asking. Therefore, it is still in my possession. Uh, the purple Hexie cardigan, Joan. It is at a standstill and probably going to be at a standstill for a while. But the biggest thing is it has not been frogged and it's not been thrown away. So, and it does get touched every day. Even if it doesn't get worked on, it gets touched every day. We got a complete sleeve, we got an incomplete sleeve. Once the sleeves get done, all I have to do is go around it. So it's at a workable point, and I'm happy with that. I am so happy with that. My page keeps turning. I am mad I lost my hook. Did I wrap it up in here? I got my book, y'all. I am once again happy. Whew, I can pick the project back up. Okay. Whew. I know y'all don't get to see me like this often. I'm glad you do get to see it. And I'm glad that it's mild because when the anxiety is through the roof, I'm all over the place. And it's hard for me to keep up with myself. So you can imagine trying to keep up with me. And every now and then you might see a little bit of a panic attack happening. Just bear with me. Just bear with me, please. I'm okay. I'm okay. Trust me, I'm okay. So next we have the whimsical waterfall. What did I call it? Whimsical waterfall of wildflowers. I know it was WWW. And this is the poncho that I'm going to be doing in a tutorial. So that's where it is. It is going to be I say a 15 round repeat. Joan, hold on. I got you. You're rushing me. I'm already anxious. Oh, I know you have no patience. Please try to bear with me. But it's 5 rows, 5 rounds, which repeat the 5 rows, and then it's 5 more rounds, and then you repeat all of that. So that is why I call it a 15 round repeat. And as I said, the first 5 are rows because you're creating this V so that you have a V neck. When you do the neck part, you're going to actually measure it around your neck. I'm using the number 5 bulky by Premier Bloom in the colorway of waterfall. And like I said, it is a bulky 5. It calls for an 8 millimeter, which is actually what I'm using, which is an L hook. I'm loving working with it. This is my first time working with it, and I absolutely love it. Um, I don't like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I was going to start recording the tutorial last night, and then I remembered everything that I had to do today. I had no idea anxiety was going to slip up on me like it did, but it probably won't be this week. It usually takes me a couple of days to come down from this. So instead of pushing myself and adding to the anxiety, I'm going to wait until next week or the weekend before I get started on the tutorial. And my daughter said that what she wants me to do is actually finish this one so that I have a whole one to show you. And she is actually going to supply the yarn so that I can do the tutorial with you. And we're going to do a different colorway so you can see it. So, yay, Jennifer. Okay. All right. Y'all give me, baby, y'all please. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. And I'm going to do that a lot. I'm going to apologize. I'm sorry. Ooh, okay. Okay. And then I have the Ten of Diamonds, which I'm still working on, and the scrap blanket, which I am still working on. I think the multicolored hat is still over there. I told you about that one. Um, yeah. And this one, like I said, I gave a blanket away today to a member of the homeless community. And I am going to, I'm making this one to be gifted as well. So it'll go in that bag of things. Um, it's going to go into that bag of things to be donated. Um, okay. FOs and FPs. Yes. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Um, so y'all know how I love my Taco Tuesday. And of course, the 4 items for this week were to, I wrote them down, create a pink wind spinner, create a make uh, in a colorway that symbolizes a cause, a holiday, or a season, do a vintage make, and as always, get a whip, any whip, and complete it. So we'll start with the whip. Y'all notice I did not mention the pink scarf. I did not mention the pink scarf in the whips because it is no longer a whip. Y'all, the love is done. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's done. It's done. I am super happy about that. You see, I love long scarves. I absolutely love long scarves. So this one is completed. It goes into the gift bag. My vintage piece was a table topper, and it's very flimsy. It'll go really well around the round table. I actually put it atop my nightstand to see how it would fall, and it's really, really pretty. Michelle, my inner blister. So this is the table topper. And like I said, it's flimsy, but it falls really well on a tabletop. It really does. And what was used here is the varsity yellow of Big Twist, the warm bright by Big Twist, and orange by all of this was Big Twist. All of this was Big Twist. Y'all, I got something to tell y'all about Big Twist today. But we're going to get to that in a few. So this goes in the gift bag as well. And then they said a pink wind spinner. So I made a pink wind spinner. But I also double dipped because I did my breast cancer awareness emblem ribbon. So once again, I completed all of the challenges. I'm so proud of myself when I do that. I am. It's not only the thrill of completion, it's you got you inviting you into my past. I'm not that lazy kid that they tried to say I was when I was coming up. I'm so happy that I found a therapist who figured all of this out. And the more I'm learning that when I get to the point where I'm stagnant, it's not procrastination. It's I'm in overload mode. I am so mentally overwhelmed by the things I feel I have to do that I can't make myself focus on the fact that what I should do is prioritize and tackle it that way. It's just like so much going on up here that I can't get the rest of this together to do what's supposed to be done. But I went years being called lazy, being called stubborn, being told that I was a procrastinator, and I knew deep down inside that I wasn't. And it was hard to articulate to people exactly what I was feeling or exactly what was going on. I didn't come up with the highway analogy until we moved here. So I was almost 60 years old when I was able to really articulate to people what goes on in my brain. And if you haven't heard, my brain operates like rush hour. We live in a military area, so from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening, it's pretty much rush hour on the interstates. You might get about an hour break in there, but it's bumper to bumper. Now, with that, the traffic flows, and it flows smoothly until you get that one idiot who doesn't know how to merge, and they throw everything out of whack. So that's how my mind works. As long as everything is allowed to flow freely, I'm fine. But when you run across that one thing, when you throw one thing in the mix that's not supposed to be there, it jams things up, it causes things to clash up here, and then I'm trying to figure out how to solve that solution. So that's what I go through all day, every day. As long as everything is going on fine, I'm fine. Okay. So I showed you those three. Now for the future plans. Thanks to our dearest, darling Michelle, I feel like I've been gifted a gift when she told me to find my own cause and go forth like she did with the twisted hood of the traveling blanket. And in talking to my podiatrist and my um, therapist today, I think that I've come up with a cause, but I have still a lot of research to do, not just wanting to make a donation to them, but how to make a donation to them. Doing a little background research to see where that goes and those types of things. Um, so that's what I'm looking for. Frappuccino blanket. We still have those. I found an app, and it's not I saw one yesterday. I think it was called Stitchcraft, and it's not Stitch Doodle, but it's another one that helps you um, create graphs. Now, the one I saw last night, which I think was Stitch Doodle, no, Stitch Graph, if I'm not mistaken, um, they will print out the whole, it's all done in single crochet because I love my tapestry crochet. Uh, but it also does the pattern for you. It also does it all in words. And I'm like, yo, a girl can get with that. Yes. So I'm going to be looking a little more into that. Halloween treat bags. I decided to make the big one that I showed you a market bag. So I'm going to make the kids kind of smaller treat bags. One, because they're both ADHD. They don't need a lot of candy. And I don't want to, we're not going to do anything more than what's done out here in the little apartment complex that we live in. So they don't need like huge bags, unless somebody's giving away giant bags of popcorn. And I know that. I also want to use the gifted yarn I had to make laundry bags. Um, for some reason, we tend to tear up laundry baskets. The plastic laundry baskets. I went out and I bought these two huge ones, one for my daughter, one for me, because the kids were just dropping off their dirty clothes anywhere in her room, my room, and somehow they're both raggedy. Now, it may be years, but my understanding is that if it's made out of this thick rubber, then it should last more than 3 years. But it's not. And then there was one, the last one that I bought. I actually bought it. I actually bought it to bring the groceries home. I got more groceries than my cart would let me bring home. And I needed a way to bring it home. So I bought a laundry basket on wheels, not taking into consideration all the bumps and stuff that we had to go across. So before I got home, I had lost both the little wheels on it. And of course, the cars drove over them and crushed them. So that was no good. And then, of course, scraping it across the bottom all the way home on the concrete. It's no good. Thankfully, it was on clearance. It served its purpose in getting us home. There you have it. So I want to make laundry bags. I want to crochet laundry bags. My projects for this year was supposed to be the 5 beach blanket towels. I was collecting purple yarn. Of course, I got sidetracked and stay sidetracked and go into other areas, and they didn't happen. I finally, a few weeks ago, found the lips that I wanted to put on one. So I knew that I wanted to celebrate curvy women on my blanket respectfully. more like silhouette drawings and just curvy women posing, like pretty girl poses. So I found a lot of those last night online, and I made sure that I downloaded them so I would have them to put them on these graphs. Now, if all else fails with these apps that I found, I do know how to take those pictures. I have graphs implemented on my phone and my Chromebook. I do know how to take those pictures and put them on that graph so that you can see the graph through it. And I'll be able to work them out that way. It's just that when you use the other sites, the apps, it kind of cleans up the lines a little bit. And if you're doing it, the spam calls got down to a minimum over the past few days, and then all of a sudden today they've been ridiculous. So I apologize for that. But I just don't have that cleaning up ability on the computer if I put the picture on myself. But it's not to say that once I print it out, I can go through with my colored pencils, and I have a whole array of them, and clean it up myself, so that I'll be able to crochet it. So it's still on the list to be done. I'm not going to put a time limit on it because you know how we do. Still got the suit blankets that we're working on. The 10 of diamonds. Well, we're going to do the ace of diamond, the king of diamond, queen of diamond, so forth and so on with the rest of them. I think this is the only one that will be the 10. I think the rest of them are going to be like aces, kings, and queens. I think that's fair. And then the gift bag. With me putting these 3 items in the gift bag, the list is currently 14 people long. This takes it down to 11. So I'm super happy about that. It looks like we might get stuff done before Christmas. Okay, for the shout out, I got my shout out list really short this time, and it's only to throw out there and to remind you all about the Just For Me collaboration cardigan. As I said, the rules, and we're inviting everybody to join in. Please, please, please. Just remember, it has to be a cardigan, has to be done in panels, it has to have ribbing, and it has to be completed by midnight Eastern Time, December 1st, so that you can submit your pictures or videos or whatever. And I am trying to visit my Facebook group page a little bit more. So once I get in the habit, hopefully over the next week or so, I can put that out there a little more. I'll feel more comfortable putting it out there. And yes, I'm going to try to start visiting the Instagram. I have all of this stuff, y'all. I just don't go there. I I I don't. I'm YouTubing all day. I do check the Facebook more than I do the Instagram, and both of those way more than I check TikTok. I might check TikTok maybe once every 3 or 4 months. Instagram at least is about once a week. Facebook maybe 3, maybe 4 times a week. But I have to get in the habit of doing those daily. And rather than putting them all on myself at one time, I'm taking them baby steps. I'm trying to focus on going into, excuse me, excuse me, visit the Facebook group and trying to make that consistent a daily thing. I want to get to the point that I'm visiting these sites multiple times a day so that I can see what's going on with my things. Okay? So I'm working on it. Upcoming video. Don't forget the affirmations. Still have those. I just dropped one for Tuesday's affirmation. So be checking those out as well. You can look for more shopping videos, whether I buy any yarn or not. We got one coming out later on today that I just did today when I left the doctor's office. So watch out for that one. And then look out for another Crochet with Kitty. That one is coming as well this week. Don't forget Taco Tuesday, 6 o'clock tonight at Juan the Yarn Addict. Check it out. It is so much fun. It just allows you the opportunity. If you're working on something that is just, you know, like this is almost about to be. It's a granite square, y'all. I'm trying, but it gives you a break. And with the whips that I have, I've been looking at them all for a minute, much longer than I should have been with any of them. And it's because I get to points like this. So when I look at Taco Tuesday, it affords me the opportunity to do something new and different, except the one, where they challenge you to get a whip, any whip, and complete it. Then I'm like, okay, that's one that I can knock out this week. So keep up with that. It's also good if you feel like you've lost your Crojo. It'll give you ideas of things that you can kind of jump into, feel a part of, complete. And it's all about camaraderie, right? Okay, what you all have been waiting for as well, the health and weight update. Da, 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 da. I'm stuck at 320, and I'm not mad. I am not mad at all. I'm not mad. So that's all I got to say about the weight. Now, as for the health, Sunday I had a problem. I think I told y'all how my grandkids fight each other. Sunday it got really bad. They were wrestling, tumbling, fighting. And it so happened that while that was going on, I was actively choking. And I kept trying to call them for assistance. And I was coughing so bad, so strong, so hard. And it was a different kind of cough. And fortunately, I knew not to do all the things they tell you to do because of my mother being a health and education teacher. Don't hold your hands up. If it's something lodged, then I know how to do the Heimlich maneuver myself by ramming myself into something. But I didn't have to go that far. I just had to try to calm down and breathe. And it wasn't even choking as much as it was drowning. If you don't think you can drown by drinking something, trust me, you can. When that liquid goes down the wrong pipe and gets in your lungs, you are drowning. And that's what was happening to me. I was drinking tea and I saw something on TV that tickled me. And I started to laugh at the same time. And it's like you don't know what to do next. You don't know whether to keep inhaling because that's where you are. You still got liquid in your mouth. You don't know whether to swallow it or release it. You don't know. You don't know. You just feel like you're kind of stuck. And then all of a sudden the coughing starts. Of course, when you cough, you're expelling air and your body has a need for it. So you have to breathe in, which makes that rattling from that liquid being in your lungs happen all over again. So you really feel like you're drowning. But the thing of it was, like I said, with my grandkids, they were fighting so hard, they did not hear me. And my grandson finally ran. He absolutely panicked. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But he panicked because he said my face had gotten, it's like my face had swollen and, I'm crying and the liquid, of course, had to go. So the whole front of my dress was soaked and, he was scared and he kept trying to gather himself to remember what to do. And all I could do when I caught my breath was fuss. I'm like, I'm sick of y'all fighting, and then my granddaughter ran back here because she didn't know what to do, what was going on. And I explained to them what happened and what their fighting could have caused. So I don't know how much of an impact that was on them. I know it was scary for me. I know that yesterday when they got out of school, as thirsty as I wouldn't drink anything while they were here. So it's given all of us something to look at. Um, but yeah, if you're ever faced with that type of situation, as much as you can, try to remain as calm as possible. That is the first. It's easy to panic in that moment, but because I was coughing so erratically, this whole side, all of this hurts. All of this. So we're working on it. It's not unbearable. It's more annoying than anything. Yeah. Now, the toe doctor. I go back in December. There is constant skin growing. He wants me to double up on moisturizing it. He says, I can see that it's, pretty moisturized. Everything around it is moisturized. But even if you have to get Vaseline, I want you to keep something there that's going to continuously moisturize that area. So I have to do that, and I have to quit smoking for 60 days. Yes, Joan, you heard me right. I have to quit smoking for 60 days. He's going to do a procedure where he has to remove a quarter of my toenail. And I have to be smoke free 30 days before and smoke free 30 days after, or it will not heal properly. Okay. Okay. So, yes, I have to quit smoking for 60 days. I know you're happy about that. Go ahead on. Give me the see. See? I know that's a woohoo. I know already. I know. I know, Michelle, I hear yours too. I do. I do. So there you have it. Okay, and like I said, please don't forget the affirmations. Sunday's affirmation was I am crafty. I love you, Joan. I love you. She says, then you may as well quit for good. I love you. So, like I said, Sunday was I am crafty. Monday was I am smart. Today is I am beautiful. My challenge for you today is to look in that mirror. Look in the mirror. Don't just look at the reflection of you in that mirror. Look at you. See the true you, and realize that you are beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. Okay? It's more than that reflection staring back at you. It's your soul. It's your heart. It's your desire to do all of these wonderfully positive things that you want to do. It's your craftiness. It's your intelligence. You are beautiful. Don't forget that. Don't sleep on it. Please look forward to tomorrow's affirmation, Thursday's affirmation, Friday's affirmation, and Saturday's affirmation. I gave you all homework for this week. I will remind you of the homework. I know one was to spend 30 minutes daily organizing. I have stuck to mine. Yes, I have. Yesterday, I even went as far as to clean the top of my nightstand right here at the foot of my bed. So, and this morning I took everything off my bed, rearranged it so that I could reach things and not be reaching here, there, and everywhere. I bought the Chromebook out here last night so that I could work with it this morning before I went to the doctor. So yes, I have been investing my 30 minutes every day to try to keep things or get things better organized or keep them organized. And I challenge you to do the same. And in that, I said, prepare a checklist for the next day. Well, I can't say that that's what I do except on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because all of this, all of the notes that I have for us, I kind of do it the night before. So it is kind of a checklist. That's what I was going to. Yes, like I said, I'm not 100% pleased with my bed, but I realized something. I realized that because of my anxiety is why I keep things on my bed like I do. And I think I came to that realization last night because I went to bed kind of earlier than normal, and I do that a lot. I take my long afternoon naps and then I end up going to bed late and only sleeping for a couple of hours. I get my best sleep in the afternoons and evenings, not bedtime like most people. So I am actually getting my rest now. It's just not at the appropriate time or what other people deem the appropriate time. But when I wake up, I need to be able to put something in my hands right away, whether it's a pen for, see, I have the pens, I have the markers. You saw the coloring pencil. I have to have something close to me so that I can be doing something with my hands when I get up. I have to. And basically, it's either crochet or write. I got to be able to do one of those things. I do. It's not even my phone so much, but I have to have that notebook and I have to have crocheting close to me. And I had started putting my hooks back in the container because I misplaced them so much. This is a grab, so I keep the hook intertwined in here. And I pretty much keep my J hook on the bed with me. But because what I'm working on right now requires an L or an 8.0, 8.0, the scrappy square, then I will keep this like right on my bed where I can grab it as soon as I sit up. So that is why I keep stuff around me. That's why I rearranged things on my bed so I can grab stuff and just get to crocheting right away before I get the fog out of my brains. Before I open my eyes good, yes, I can crochet with my eyes closed. Did it for years and I still do it. But before all of that, I have to be doing something with my hands. Now, writing, on the other hand, I can write with my eyes closed. You may not be able to read it, but I can do it. Let's just say I can't write legibly with my eyes closed. Okay, now the one thing I wanted to talk to you about today, and I'm sure if you looked in the description box, you saw where it said life as a stitch marker. I want you to imagine yourself as a stitch marker. First of all, what is your purpose as a stitch marker? Well, you can help someone keep count. You can help show or guide something as to where something else is supposed to attach. You can keep things together, or you can simply just be beautiful. I situated that perfectly because I forgot to show you this Saturday. Stitch marker gel. Yes. From pigs flying all the way down to the seahorsey. Yes. But it's multi-purposed, the stitch marker. But being a stitch marker, you know what your purpose is, and you only fulfill that purpose. Now, the reason I say that is that recently, and I'm going to bring two things together here, In the celebrity community, um, a gospel singer, a well renowned gospel singer, got up and kind of gave people a taste of how he felt and what he was doing. He very passionately told people that they forgot where they came from. And a large part backed him on what he said and understood that it came from a good place. Another portion, large portion, jumped on him saying that he was out of line, that he was too aggressive in what he said. They tried to tear him down. Now, all of these people that are either with or without him claim to be a part of the same community, but they're on different sides of the fence. There's a division there. And once he came out and apologized for how it may have come across, he did not apologize for what he said. And he admitted that he was very passionate about it. The people seem to have lost their way, and they don't understand how hard it is or how hard the demand is on people in his position. They just want them to keep giving and giving and giving, or doing things a certain way, basically limiting their creativity. And then the people that back them in their close quarters are listening more to the crowd than they are the individual. When the individual says, I need a break, I need time off, they're not hearing them. They're hearing the people who are pouring in as opposed to the person that puts out. Now, to bring that into the crochet community, y'all, there's a lot of discord in the crochet community. There's a lot of separation. There's a lot of tearing apart. And we have the ability to be one of the strongest community in the fiber arts community. I looked at a channel the other day where these young ladies find the negative things and sit down and do a whole vlog about it. And it keeps it stirred up. There is a lot. First of all, as a creator, as a content creator, as a crafting creator, we have a lot of things that go on in our minds. There are things that we desire to do, and we can't put everything on our hooks, on our needles, on paper at the same time. That's why I encouraged you to get a journal. As things pop up, write it down. Write it down. If you don't, sometimes you'll lose it. And you'll remember years later, oh my God, I remember when I said I wanted to try to make such and such. If you have it written down, it's something that you can refer to frequently. That's why you hear me talk about my future plans so much, because I don't want to forget these. I don't want to forget, but um, those who just view or come to us for ideas, those who are putting out, let's say, because they're putting out the subscriptions, they're putting out the likes, they're putting out the shares, they're putting out the comments, and even some are putting out the money for the memberships, but they don't understand that. I mean, they're pouring into all this. The person that's putting out is being stifled because this community, first of all, is so divided. You got this part that doesn't like what you're doing, and this part that's behind you, pushing you. Granted, that's human nature, but sometimes you got to look at when you're downing somebody. Am I being judgmental? Am I supposed to be judgmental? Am I a judge? Am I the higher power? Granted, yes, I'm all about positivity. We're human and we go through human things. There are bad things. I didn't ask my toe to be like this. I didn't ask to choke Sunday, but it happened. And just to talk about it, in no way am I trying to bring you all down in me talking about it. I'm sharing my experiences with you. And I know that somebody out there is going to be like, you know what? That kitty, every time because I'm human. And I want to tell you just how human I am. And it helps to keep me calm. And it helps me to be able to share love with you because I know that you're giving me love back, especially those who love me. And I know that there are a lot of you. And I know that there are three of you in here, at least three of you in here right now that do, because I love y'all too. But I'm just saying, if we could focus more on sharing the love, my phone wants to do something. I need to. Sorry. Okay. But if we focus more on the love and the positivity, then we could be an amazing community. So what? Somebody doesn't like the same football team you like. We playing football now, or are we crocheting? I mean, I haven't run across very many Dallas Cowboy fans here in the crochet community, and I love y'all just the same. I love y'all just the same. I do. I'm not out there on that field. I'm not coaching them on that field. I'm not paying them. I'm not playing the game. I'm not the football. I'm not their uniform. I'm not a cheerleader. None of that. All I can do is sit here and look at TV and hope that my team looks better than it has over the past 17 years. That's I mean, the reality of it is that. But I can improve my stitches. I can learn from a creator who's putting content out there that I haven't experienced before, or who can show me a technique to make it better. I can get through that moment of feeling bad because I fussed at the kids because someone else shared their life experience with me and told me how they did it. So I know the next time, if a next time comes, I might handle that situation a little differently. That's what I'm saying. It's all about life, y'all. We be lifing. We be lifing. So be that stitch marker. Let's hold it together. Let's be that guidance, that positive guidance to show where others are supposed to be. That's what I'm trying to be. Let's help keep each other accountable in a positive way. Let's stop hating, y'all. Whew. I didn't even know that was going to come out like that. Y'all, honestly, I wrote this last night, this part right here, and I was like, it's not going the way I want it to go. I know what I'm trying to say. All right, we're just going to wing it. So that's what we did. And I'm glad because I feel like I got it off my chest now. Okay. So don't forget Taco Tuesday tonight at 6 o'clock. Today is Tuesday. Yeah. Taco Tuesday tonight at 6 o'clock. Please don't forget Audio Accessibles and Creator's Best Friend. Please, if you're a content creator and you want to do better or you want to get started even, Creators BF, that, yes, mind blowing, yes. So, with that being said, got to get off of here so I can take my medication, so I can go before the kids get ready to come home. I want you to always remember to please be bold, be brave, be beautiful. Today's affirmation word, and behave. Don't forget Kitty Lane told you. Please don't forget that Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody.